This is called When. If my eyes can glow enthusiastically with all of the possibility and potential in the world, then everywhere we look, we will see light. Ooh. It's called Dreams. There's something different about you, something new. There's a timing in the way you speak. It's leaked, like from a script that I already knew. I've dreamed of this, or is it deja vu? But everything is right. It's fine. I touch your hair one last time and fall asleep.
Hey. Nice.
It's called Short But Sweet. As I age, the edges fade, and I can't close my hands as fast as the sand slipping through the gaps in my fingers. Time and life and things are just like a fistful of water. Possibility and nothingness walk the same line. Syrup in a sink, disappearing slow enough to let you think that you've still got time.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, that's so kind. You told me to do it. You can wait to the end for the raucous applause. You can use this time to remove the underwear. It's called Squeeze. Sometimes it's an awful fear, and other times I put to anxiety. Sometimes it's near, but you travel often. Most times I'm torn because I get stuck for what to say. But every now and then, I love you. It's called Need. Is it only we that need? The world that must turn, the sun that must set, and yet needs must. But there seems to be a knowing in a need, and the indifferent universe must lust for chaos. And it's called A Writer's Tears. Some liquid I found in a shed. It's been there for years. It's a writer's tears. He needed more room in his head. He'd fill it with fears when he opened his ears. That set him weeping, and down it squirreled, black like ink, full like blood. He shut the door behind him. It's been there for years, the jar of jeers. Pages and pages of the writer's tears.
Hey.
Thank you. This is the long one. On the thing shortage. I mean, it's made of short lines, I guess. I did say to the editor, I said, look, this is your call. But I know where you fucking live. Anyway. So, this holiday, obviously I work in hospitality, but this holiday was worked, came from the early days of being a bartender in hospitality and having to put up with it actually makes you, it turns you very, very arrogant toward a certain type of customer. Not everyone, of course, but there's a certain type of customer in that you just think, you're a fucking piece of shit. And that's why I still do this. Because I get to stand here and say, you're a fucking piece of shit. But it's also why you leave. Anyway, just after you've had enough. I know it sounds weird, but it is. Anyway, it's called All Sold Out. I can't sleep. I'm listening to Kings. I'm not drunk or high, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. Physically, mentally, it's mental. Is it all in my head? Nobody's here to prove or disprove it. Deliriousness is unpleasant. Paranoia is worse. I've been worse, written better verse, been full of happy song, had hundreds to sing along, got the words wrong, but they got me, felt it. Prayed together forever to be concealed or conceived again, all over again by flow of pen, and then Zen. Back from whence and hence new to the groove, indifferent to worlds and peoples and things and tunes. Just us in those rooms where ceilings caved and notions were sprayed and walls and minds alike. To dislike or adore the audience, my whore on whom I frequently vent, spend trenches of thoughts, nothing more. I inspect their loyalty to the willingness to let go, witness the cremation, the devastation of ideas that took centuries of compromise to compile. But now, only the barstool philosophers I entertain. Such vitriol I have for it all, for them all, for every stutter and stall assumed unnoticed by me. Really, seriously, expect me to believe you believe I believe you? I wish I couldn't fucking see you and retire to my quarters and slaughter a double and cheesy aroma and self-induced coma. Thank God for that, at least thank fucking God for that. that, all of that, this, that, and the other, flutter words again and again, again and again, again and again. Until when? When I'm happy. Ginsberg watched the greatest minds dwindle. I watched those fiddle with simplicity, aspiring to mediocrity, unbelievably far out of reach even of the highest girders of these circles, of the escapees and the fugitives of the ability to read. Pity, pity, I'm sold out of pity and it's not pretty, and I gave it all in this city, and I'm all out of witty, comforting but shitty, remarked nitty-gritty, detailed pity. And apologies are cheap to this foe, and my words are arrogant, biased, egotistical, patronising, and widely unknown. But this is just a poem. Come sit with me and see where it leads. I plead you. I plead you, feed the need to go beyond the greater good for a greater laugh, because it's so funny to fill 200 fools with booze when I'm mopping up their piss and their puke and throw back truth at their primate-like swings at fact, when in fact they've got no clue. I've got no clue. Oh, Danny, where are you? I'll save you a stew. For Pilon and Pablo too, and fucking bring the whole fucking crew. Bring the truth, the breakneck speed analysis that I could feed these men molasses, and the gases would be misconstrued for a smell in the loo. But there are a few I would kill because they didn't choose this. My God, what if they chose this? How bad was it before? How lost? If this is what you came for, nothing more than a door, floor, cheap score, cheap everything. I'm sure. Am I sure? I'm not sure. I am tired though. So I lock and load and listen to London snore and the traffic I abhor, and how dare I be allowed to write such things of the folks who pay for and push my pen. But if I was them, if I knew the middle name of any bartender in town, I'd stop and think again.